watching post. They're the critters that we love most. A hound in a hat or a cat in a bowl. They steal the show wherever they go. Southern claws and paws, y'all. Fluff and fur at the roll call. A bark, a meow, a squawk, and a cheer. Best friends of the South are all right here. A piglet grins with muddy chins. A parrot talks, a lizard crawls. Life's more fun with southern claws and paws. Big or small, short or tall, we got room for them all. Southern claws and paws, y'all. Fluff and fur at the roll call. A bark, a meow, a squawk, and a cheer. Best friends of the South are all right here. South, we dress them the best. A possum on a leash, a golden shades, critter couture for the parade. Southern claws and paws, y'all. Fluff and fur at the roll call. A bark, a meow, a squawk, and a cheer. Best friends of the South are all right here.
Oh, yeah. Happy not Tuesday night. Happy Wednesday night. Sorry,
Hey,
folks, for
Watchman.
last night. Hey, Watchman. And I hated that I couldn't. Hello, everyone. I'm sorry. Tuesday we had death of family, and then we ended up just a lot of discombobulation. So I appreciate the cat lady, Miss Jen, for working with me and my craziness. But we worked it out. We're here. But it's a holiday week. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yes,
And we hope you just get stuffed. So, Miss Jen, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. I hope you are.
Yeah, we battled through some things, but we're okay. We're
Yes.
doing good. I was happy today, and I talked to some people, and it was just kind of uplifting, and looking forward to a little downtime. Although still got a lot going on, but away from work for a couple days, and that's always nice. I appreciate those who are having to work though, and they at our company they provide them meals and stuff for it. So the question I want to ask you, it's got nothing to do with pets. We'll get to that in a minute. But are you a turkey or ham person for Thanksgiving?
Both.
You're both. Okay. I would say the same thing. I like both. Apparently, some people are very traditional. It's
Mm-hmm.
got to be turkey now, and Christmas has got to be ham. But I don't think there's a problem with having both on the table.
No. Watchman
Watchman says
said
turkey.
turkey. Yeah.
Oh man, I like turkey. I really do. Uh, and it was I was noticing. I was looking at some news or something, and they they was this place, because some people can't stand the thought of a turkey being eaten. It doesn't bother me whatsoever. God put them here, and we eat we kill the pigs and the cows, and we eat the stuff. But there was this one place that was offering adoptions for turkeys instead of in place of, like almost like a rescue for the turkey. Well, ain't nothing wrong with having them on your farm or something like that. That's cool. But you know what? No good either.
Oh, sorry. Hold on a minute, y'all. I'm
Go
sorry.
right ahead. I heard that too. See, the cats may have struck. Don't get me wrong. I won't turn away a honey baked ham. No, I want to tell you. One year, Watchman, our company gave us a gift certificate to that honey bake store, and wow, I'd never had one. It was we got a half. I mean, golly, I don't even know what they cost now, but at that time, we it was about 75 for the whole thing or whatever it was. But I had like 35, so it's like a half. Man, that is some awesome, awesome ham. Wow, thin sliced, already cut. And I went over there and we were doing some. And I think we got it around. Actually, we got that one around Christmas time, and we that crust on was so good. Yeah, we oops, there it is. We we're shopping and went over there to get it. And I thought, well, let's step over here and we're getting ready to go home. Let's go ahead and pick it up and take it home. And I didn't realize, that time of year they're lined up out in the parking lot. So there must have been 30 people ahead of me outside the store. But they moved it fast. Like they had all hands on deck, a lot of workers. But you got up there, you kind of had to know what you wanted. There wasn't a lot of time to play. But that was the only year. Well, I went back and got another one after that. But that's the only year they did that for us. Like they gave us the certificate for that. But man, right on, man. I mean, like that's some good eating. I love it. We'll hang for a second, wait for Miss Jen to come back. Hopefully, it's not a disaster. Oh, she's back. Is this the guilty cat? Was it the cats? She's still muted. She's
Yes.
coming back in. So the cats struck. I told you when we go live, they weren't even making a sound. We go live and boom.
Yes, she got on top of the cabinets and knocked off one of our German mugs and broke it everywhere.
Well, yeah, they gave us a honey baked ham once at work. Hey, there's nothing like it, man. That's a cool benefit. Some people are scoffing at it because they never had it. Once they went and got that baby, they never said anything bad about that again. I mean, it's a ham. What's so big about a ham? And I was thinking, dude, do you know how high these things are?
Yes.
I mean, they're expensive. I wonder what a whole, because that's been years ago. I wonder what a whole, decent sized ham would at the honey baked store would be right now. You reckon it's $100 or more?
Probably.
I don't know. Yeah, I'd say it's 100 or more because back then it was 75, and that's been a while back. The way meat prices have went up. Oh my goodness. Hey, before we go any further, not to change gears too much, but here it is, the eve of Thanksgiving, and two National Guardsmen have, I understand, shot and killed. I mean, pray for those families as we gather. That's horrible. That's horrible,
Yes.
and my heart goes out. It doesn't matter why, what, where, whenever. It just that it happened. That breaks my heart. So, all right, we're going to highlight some of the adoption places and look at some animals, and then we're going to look at a picture of a snake. Are you into snakes?
No, not really, but I'm not like, I'd rather not deal with them. So
Rob had he talked about the fish store. We were sitting there and they had snakes in there. Now, I didn't care for them.
yeah.
I'm not per se scared of them. I just don't like them. They're icky to me. But there was a guy coming in the store, and he said, I don't know if it was him or another friend of ours, but one of them said, Dave, just want to let you know there's a guy coming in the store. He was holding it on both sides, wrapped around his neck. And I was like, well, he can keep it away from me. And he did. I think he was looking to sell it. I was like, they're like, do you want it, Dave? I'm like, no, ain't no way. Well, let me share this screen and so we can all see the animals and get into presentation mode so they'll actually show up. So here we have, and this is at the McCamey Animal Center here in Chattanooga. Every place has a lot of animals, but I like it named. Names jump out to me, and this is Copperhead. Which, along with a snake, made sense. If I was thinking, we got a snake, Copperhead, let's go with it. A male mixed breed, almost 57 pounds, says this 2-year-old cutie is all heart and maybe just a little too much play.
Mm-hmm.
Copperhead is an affectionate boy who loves being close to his people, but he's also full of goofy, playful energy that will keep you smiling. If you're looking for a snuggly companion with a silly side, Copperhead is ready to wiggle his way into your life. There is on the right there, the address is kind of hidden by us, but there is the contact info. It'd be a great time to give Copperhead a fur ever home. And I did, this is in Chattanooga, I did put, and the cat lady here, Miss Jen, is much more familiar with Floyd felines than I am. But I captured a bunch of stuff. Now, I don't know that particular cat is actually up for adoption, but it is a cat. And they probably have a lot of cats, Miss Jen,
yes.
right?
Yes, they do. At Floyd Felines, they have just cats. So everything in their little thing is cats, and they put out for adoption. You can go there, or they'll have them at Pet Sense or Petland here in Rome. And right now, on Facebook at Floyd Felines auction, they're doing an auction. So I mean, there's like over 100 items up for auction, so that you
Oh
can
wow.
bid on and everything. Some things they can't ship, but some things, most of them they can. But it is like a bunch of stuff and neat stuff. So that's how one
I
way.
like
Go
I
ahead.
like their shirts too. There's one of them.
Yes, they have all kind of shirts. I don't. I had one on last night. Yes, they have all kind of shirts too.
Well, I don't know if I've seen the price. What does it generally run for the shirts?
About $30 because so much of it goes back to them.
Yeah.
Um, so
Well, nowadays that's not bad at all. I mean,
yeah,
honestly.
but yeah, they have all kinds. And on the auction right now, there's several kind of different shirts and sweatshirts and stuff that they have up that you can bid on, and they got a cat calendar for next year. So
Is that the one that your cat is in? Or was
no,
that a different one?
no, this is a different one. This is the one that
Oh,
they
okay.
do with their cats.
Oh, their cats. Okay.
Hmm.
Well, there's the contact info, an email, and an address, and Instagram, and check them out, especially if you're in the area. Some people drive a long way to get pets. If
Yes,
you can't, you can always donate.
yeah,
Save a life, donate. That's a pretty amazing statistic. When you look at that right there, 1,099 saving Paul since 2015, but life saved in 2024, 1,099. That's amazing.
yes. Christy has a hard time saying no. They just had a thing up trying to get some out of the Calhoun shelter. I think there was two, four, six, eight or 10 that they were trying to raise money so they could pull them out. So they were cute little babies.
Yeah, and so they've been doing it for 10 years now. That's
Hmm.
cool. Do you know what got her into it? Like, was she work? Did she work with animals before starting this, or
I do not know, but we are going to have her. I'm hoping in February at the Georgia Power Ambassadors meeting to talk about it, and we're going to bring cat food and everything. So I'll learn how she all got started. Her mom actually is one of the members of ambassadors, so I did not know that until one day we were talking, and she says, "Well, Christy's my daughter," and I said, "Really?" But
okay,
so I will learn more. Hopefully in
absolutely,
February, if, they'll have
and
her up. So
be sure to extend the invite. Always welcome to
I
come on
will. I will.
the show. So yeah, another great organization, and then the one that we've been associated with the longest is Animal Rescue Alliance down in Donaldsonville, serving Miller and Seminole counties. Been there with Miss Carol many times, several times rather, and then online as well. The last trip I went down, we had the whole fam with us that we went there, and all three of my granddaughters were with us, and they had a ball playing with those dogs and cats. Or not, the cats were on the inside. The dogs they were out in the yard throwing, and they didn't let them all get out. Boy, were they raising a ruckus. They all wanted to go play, but they
Yes.
did pull two of them out and gave them some exercise, and they were playing fetch and everything. And that was getting my granddaughter has a rescue animal, a dog, but that was hard on her. They were both like, I don't know, I really want this dog. Boy, it really got hard was they went inside and saw them cats because my granddaughter found a cat that looks very close in coloring to her dog Coco. And I think if I don't, even the cat was named something similar like that. Oh my gosh! And of course, Rob was egging it on and trying to get me. Oh, you already asked your papa about that. Blah 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 blah. Dude, I'm gonna take you out back here in a minute. But not that we just the dog doesn't do well around other animals, so it's been
Yeah.
abused. It does good with her, it does good with us, but it don't like visitors, especially men. So I figure we better not introduce the cat right now. But they are a great organization, a no kill shelter, and always in need of some help. So they do have limitations. They can't take everything in, but they do like a lot of the other places as well. They do the fostering and of course the adoptions, but you can come grab one for an afternoon, take a dog to a park.
Yes.
Take them out for the whatever that little thing is they get from Starbucks. I don't know if they have them down there, but
Pup cups. Yeah, pup cups.
I always get it wrong. I don't. What is in it? What is that? What is
It's
in it?
just well, it
Is
just
it like
left me.
is it like something that goes on top of ice cream
Yeah,
or
it's
something?
like Cool Whip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like Cool Whip.
The first time my granddaughter wanted me to go and go, she said to do that, and I'm like, "What are you talking about? I
Hmm.
don't. They don't do that." She goes, "Oh yeah, they do. Let's go." Oh, we had to take the dog too,
Yes.
and they do exactly what she wanted. So they were passing it out the window, and I was like, "I can't believe I'm doing this." I was thinking, when did they start this? No, it wasn't espresso.
No, it's the
My
stuff they
grand,
put like on top of the whipping cream or something. So
yeah, yeah. I could just see the cup, and I thought, "What's in it?" I didn't even know what was in it.
yeah,
So she told me the next time, she told me, but I always say it wrong because it's is it pup cup or cup pup? I can't
pup
never
cup.
get that.
I need a
Pup
pup
cup.
cup. Hmm.
I think it's even free, ain't it? Don't they give it if you buy
I
something?
think so. Yes,
And it's
you
like,
can get it for the cats too.
oh, I didn't know that. Like,
Yeah, you can get it
what
for
do they call
cats.
that one? Is it called the
I
same
think
thing?
you just tell them you still want a pup cup.
Oh, okay. I know the dog loved it. I'll say that. I heard the slurping with the tongue back there in the back seat. So my granddaughter got oh, I don't know, something really sugary. That's what they're into, not coffee. I mean, I can't remember what she got. But anyway, you could take the dog out for do that. You could go to a park. You could take them to a lake or something and let them have some fun. And you can bring them back. There's no obligation. You're signing
Hmm.
them out. Keep them 4 hours. They also have where like elderly people can. They're not adopting them. They're under the care of the place, but they can keep them in their home for a time. It's a great companion. So a lot of places do that. And but Miss Carol has been on with us before, and we've been there and done some stories and stuff. So we'll always uh, we'll always have an association with Animal Rescue Alliance, and this is the place that we sent the money to keep Chuck in the bedroom, Chuck the cat in the bedroom. So
Yes.
that's where the money goes, and you can donate through PayPal. I've done it. I've sent $5 donations for Chuck to get 5 days in the bedroom. So we'll
You
continue
know,
to do that.
poor Chuck may get booted out for a little while, even though he's got donations because they're going to be getting a roommate cat, so they're going to have to slowly introduce.
Uh oh. Uh oh.
So
It's
I'm not
so it's
sure when, but sometime Chuck won't get to go in the bedroom, and I don't think he'll be happy. So,
no, he'll be reaching out the door again.
but they got two new cat trees. So,
Okay, cool.
yep.
And you got your cat tree back up after the crash landing. Very
Oh,
nice.
yes, the catwalk. Yes.
All right, one more, couple more things here. I was doing labs at my doctor's, and I look on the wall, and thank you, ladies. I know you're going to listen or watch or whenever, and we'll catch this. Might be when it's a replay. But appreciate how y'all took good care of me. You didn't hurt my arm much, and we talked about pets, and I said we love to cover them, and so we're going to get some more. And I'm sorry I don't remember the lady's name. I'm gonna have to get that again, but she wanted to highlight her snake,
No.
Firefly ball python, only 4 months old. Draco, what a name! Uh, that's a big snake.
Yeah, for 4 months old, he big.
That is a big snake, but she loves her snake. She said, "Oh, I'm all over that." So I'll leave it on screen for a minute. it's amazing how many people are really into snakes. They iguanas, you name it. Hey Barry,
Sorry.
and I was just there's a lot of people that like snakes, and it's a thing. So I've had some friends who have kept snakes and spiders, but this is the snake, and there's something out there for everybody.
I think I
Barry,
could
would you like
handle a snake better than a spider.
to? Ooh. Well, what would worry me is if either one got out and I didn't know where they were at.
Yeah.
Like, where are they at? Because I don't know. It's kind of weird, slithering along. You don't know where that thing's at. What if you had a guest come over and you're thinking, the cat there or the snake is loose. I don't know where it's at. And could you imagine somebody sitting there and all of a sudden the head of that thing just kind of come up on the couch beside them? Could you imagine the heart attack somebody would have, especially if they didn't like? Oh my gosh, that would
Don't
be.
move. I'm gonna get him. Get what? Don't move. Just don't worry about it. Let me.
Yeah, yeah. Don't move. I got it. Watchman said no snakes for him. But thank you for sending that picture. Thank you, ladies, when you see this. And please, yes, send me the cat and the dogs and other things that you talk about. And we will put all them on the air. And for any of you, the rest of you. And our email is, Jen. I'm afraid I'm going to mess it up.
You put
It's
me on the
Southern.
spot. Southern Claws Paws at gmail.com, right? Or you?
Yeah, you
Yes.
did it. Yay. Barry says the python situation of Florida, I believe, started the same way. Oh, population or so. I guess. Well, they get loose. It can happen.
Yeah, from the
Well,
hurricane.
yeah. All right. It's Thanksgiving, and I don't know. So I didn't realize we were going to be on that side of the thing. But you've probably got a copy there in front of you, don't you?
Yes, I can get one pulled up real quick.
So, and I can sit on the other screen. Sorry, folks. One feather. Right, actually, it shows them all just a little bit underneath. There's a little bit of. And I'll just read that, and I'm going to let Jen kind of go through this. It says travel can be stressful for pets. Ask your veterinarian about supplements, behavior modification, and medications that can help lessen anxiety as they. And by the way, I missed this other quote up here, and I'm sorry, Watchman, because he said I used to go to church with Jake the snake. He brought snakes to show the kids in Sunday school. Wow. The next week, no bus rider kids showed up. They told their parents about the snakes. That is hilarious, dude. Yeah, Barry says a lot of snakes got loose during Hurricane Katrina down in Florida. Pet snakes unleashed. The populace, and Kerry King raises colored snakes like that. And we're talking about Kerry King from, was it Pantera? I got that right? Me and Watchman talk music all the time, so he keeps me abreast of a lot of music stuff. So,
Oh,
but Thanksgiving and the pets, there's some things to remember. Like, as we just heard, a cat crash a pan out, so there are things you have to consider. So, Miss Jen, what is this? Take us through this.
so we got no
Wait a minute,
pets.
wait a minute. You just broke number one rule. Is that where that happened at? In the kitchen?
Yes, she was on top of the kitchen cabinets. On the very top of the kitchen cabinets.
Oh, so number one.
Yes, no pets in the kitchen. A hungry pet can get in a lot of trouble near the culinary creation. So, mine
Well, I
just
think in
broke.
this case it was an empty pan, right? No, nothing on it.
Yeah, there was no pan. It was just a German mug.
Oh, okay. Oh, is it? Did they kill it? Like it's crashed? It's
Oh my gosh, it's in a million pieces in there. I just kind of swept
oh.
it
I
up.
thought, like I thought it was like a metal pan or something.
No, it was ever how them mugs were made out of.
Oh,
So
I'm so sorry.
yeah,
So the pets are off. They're off the chain. They done broke something.
yeah,
Right?
she's
So
in here like I didn't do nothing wrong. I'm just laying up here. So So number 2 is stuff yourself, not the pets. Rich Thanksgiving foods can cause upset stomachs and parasites. So
Yeah. Well, you give, and nobody wants to be cleaning up after a pet sick,
no, I've
either
already
end.
done that this week. I've had 2 sick pets. So
Uh-oh. Oh, sorry, Watchman. That was Slayer. I could not remember. I'll tell you, man. Barry says his cat likes chicken, so
mine do too. I give mine a little chicken. And then, of course, no booze hounds. Don't leave alcohol drinks or open containers within the Paws reach. Because, they will be drinking some booze.
it's not funny. But I just that they got that picture of that dog like laid out, and I just got this image of a dog or a cat with their paws around a 40 ounce or something,
Yes.
or a can. Well, in the Andy Griffith show, they had the chicken that got soused
Oh,
for the illegal steal. And the chicken was falling over and stuff. And so, yeah, it could happen. You got all the holiday cheer going on. Watchman says
no.
he's seen dogs drink beer.
Yeah.
What was that old commercial? There was I don't know if it's a video commercial, but it was the dog was trying to go get the owner his beer. Like he would run and go get the beer out of the
Yeah.
fridge. I don't
Yeah.
know. It was in something. I remember that.
I've seen some TikTok videos where the dog would go and open up the refrigerator and get a beer and take it to them. But, okay.
Oh my gosh.
Then number 4 is take out the trash. It may be tempting for your pet to knock it over and have some leftovers. So we don't want them to get the bones. That's bad for them and get choked. So
Speaking of that, our dog doesn't go run outside. Uh, she'll take her outside, but we don't let her just because she'll take off. She forgets where she's at, and just keeps running. But that's right, Barry. And they had the
oh,
goat that ate the dynamite.
oh
That's
my
right.
goodness.
If you drink some booze out there, you might feel like dynamite. But we have neighbors. We have a neighbor dog, and he gets out of their fence. And I was putting the trash out. It was in the can, but it was not all the way closed because we had more than we needed to have. And my son comes and tells me, he said, "Hey, that dog's out there getting in that trash. It's already made a mess in the front yard." And I'm like, "Oh no!" Searching for food scraps. But it's a big dog, like it. Uh, but we get a little bit of everything. We'll get raccoons, we'll get dogs, cats. They come by, the security camera kicks on. I'll hear the dog bark. I'll look in the camera, and I've seen a coon on top of the can trying to figure out how to get it open.
Yeah.
And when the dog started barking, it kind of spooked it. So it didn't run, but it got down and walked off. We've got 2 tomcats that come by. I mean, they make their rounds, and I have to make sure that because they're after the smell. They smell that trash. But yeah, you're throwing your bones away and all that stuff, and that wouldn't be good for the animals. So
Mm-hmm.
you gotta lock it up, lock it down, put a brick on top of it or something. What was that in that movie? The Great Outdoors, where the raccoons kept getting in John Candy's garbage, and he was getting sick out there trying to clean it up. But we were up in the mountains, up above Pigeon or Gatlinburg. I don't remember, but up in the mountains anyway, in a cabin. And my son goes out. He smokes. I don't, but he smokes, and he went out to smoke. He opened the door, and the biggest coon he'd ever seen was sitting on top of that trash. He just closed the door back and locked it. And I'm like, "Why didn't you run it off?" "I ain't going out there. That's a big coon." I laughed at him. So he goes off. He goes off the back porch. He's looking around, waiting on that coon. So I told him. I said, "Did you secure that garbage can?" "No, I ain't going out there. I didn't go out there." This is like the next morning. He said, "I never went back out. I don't like no coons." I said, "You know what's happened? We've got a mess to clean up." He goes, "No, the can was closed." I said, "If you said that coon was that big, it took that can over." So I made him come up there with me, and sure enough, that coon had knocked that can over, and we had a mess.
Oh my
And I said,
goodness.
"See, you should have ran it off and secured the can."
Yeah, we used to have
So
them
it,
in our carport and eat cat food and stuff, and we had some pretty big ones. They just sit there and look at you.
it's a little creepy at 3 o'clock in the morning when you're like, I don't have my glasses on, and I'm thinking, what's sitting there? I put my glasses on, I'm like, whoa, because I'm thinking it's a cat. There's some
Hmm.
big fat coons running around. But so when you're doing this, it's not just your pets; it's the neighborhood pets. If they can get to it, and they might be 3 neighborhoods over, because they may be travelers, they may be going a long way. So, but yeah, be careful of that. And you're going to have more trash, so it's going to be hard. You may have to have 2 cans, one that you put out, one you keep stuff in. Barry said, "Get all you can while you get, and then sit on the can."
Yeah, smush it all in there.
Well, I've had to do that. I know our garbage people nowadays. A lot of them have the arms, but we still have a garbage service that does. They got the guy on the truck.
Yeah,
I
mine
think
does
I
too.
think they and it's heavy. They're like, "Ugh." I know they're mad. They can't help it, but at least they don't skip a holiday. I'm thankful of that. They're pretty good about keeping it picked up. So we don't because what Lord knows we have enough hard time anyway keeping all that clear. The Just because of the normal garbage, much less holiday garbage. I mean, you got
Yes.
Christmas big dinners or whatever, and you're gonna have more. So we get those really big. My wife gets those really big bags. I mean, big ones. And we used to. I've pulled them things out, and I swear they weigh over 100 pounds sometimes. I'm thinking, golly, it's a workout just to get it out of the can. Watchman says that's called a moan back cozy ride the back of the garbage. That's right, because they say moan back. Hey, that's a tough job. You're
Hmm.
up and off that thing well, they'll usually go, if they're close, they'll just walk to the next one, but you're having to sling. And I know sometimes they're mad because the cans are laying on the side. They just sling it back. But and bad weather, cold, rain. I mean, they're out there
Yes.
doing it. Most of them have went to the arm that reaches out, but the one I saw, they still have a guy on the back. They have an arm, so he don't have to lift it, but he still has to hook it. He has controls,
Yeah.
so he's still riding along the back. So Barry says, "I really appreciate my trash service. I pay a lot of extra if they'll haul off mattresses and stuff too for free, but it's cheaper than trying to go to the landfill." Yeah, if you can get that, that's true. I will tell this little story real quick. Talking about landfills. Uh, One time I had to take something down there, and it was pouring down rain. It was no door or something. I didn't want it. So it was like around a holiday, but they were open, but it was nobody there. And it was most people didn't come because it's pouring down rain. I said I got to get this
Yeah.
carried off. So I go down there, and the guy goes, uh, "Yeah, he told us to take it on down there." He said, "Yeah, we're open." Well, I thought I knew where we were dumping, so I went out there and had it on the back of a truck. I just throwed it off. Well, here comes this guy was walking down there hollering, saying, "You put it in the wrong spot."
Uh,
I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" He made us go back down there. I had to pick that thing up out of a muddy soup and
no.
take it to this other dumping area. I was afraid we was going to get stuck. We finally got it there. We had to go to a car wash and wash the truck out, the inside, outside. It was a mess.
Mm.
I was so mad at that guy. I was like, dude, just have somebody pick it up when it quits raining. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Really crazy.
But yeah, trash is a challenge, and the animals will get into them. Even back here in the studio, sometimes I have small bags back here, and I'll take them and put them outside. And I've walked out, and forgot to get it. Well, then I come back, and I'm like, oh, because they've done ripped into it, pulled things to drink out that I left a little bit in the bottom of or whatever. and I'm having to clean all that up. And by then it's rained or something, and it's just a slimy mess. And I'm like, man, I've got to pay attention because when I go out of here, it's usually dark. I do have some light, but sometimes it's just kind of in the shadows. So I don't have to get me a can back here that I just put it in until I move it, but on wheels. Barry says the landfill has one location that you dump in the front, and then they pick it up and haul it to the actual landfill. Well, a lot of them now they're transferring stuff anyway. There's really in our area. I don't know that there's really per se it's a landfill, but it's just a transfer station. I think on most of them, there might be one still you can dump, but in the county I live, they're just transferring. You know, so yeah. So be careful with the pets. Also, you'll have guests. Some pets don't do well with guests in the house.
No.
They will go crazy. And some people, thinking that all the world just loves their little dogs, will bring their own little dog. And so they're introducing a new dog into the realm and the territory of your cat or dog. And that's not a good thing either. So, yeah. What do you say? Cartersville, I've seen buzzards and river otters come up to the landfill. Wow. I want to stay away from them buzzards. Landfill where there's a concrete chinch you dump in there and they use a bobcat to push it into the pit. Okay. Now I got to be honest. If I could drive one of those, I might like working at them. You know, and that would be cool. I could dig that to be able to drive that. But boy, it's a stinky job. That is a stinky job.
Yes.
Have you ever been to one, Jennifer? You ever go?
Oh, yes. I used to dump. I used to take the trash when we lived at the other house. And I hated going to the dump.
Yeah, everybody that's ever done it has a story because there's always stuff that happens at the dump. You know, years ago, my dad, we didn't have trash service in our area at all. We had to carry it off anyway because we were in the county. So we would always load up my dad had a truck and we'd haul it down there. And they had dumpsters. You could just throw it in the dumpster. But they had the scavengers out there. And we had cleaned out like some old food and stuff that, you know, and it had sit around a day or two before we got to go to the dump. So it's pretty rank. So we got to the dump site and I backed up and I jumped. I went by and here they came. Like when I dropped tailgate, they were just vultures just swooping in. And I told the lady, I had a lot of bags. And I was moving that one there was real heavy. I could smell it. And there was guys they grab a bag and they would just take it open like this. And I told the lady, I said, you don't want to look in that bag. But because I said that, she's thinking, oh, there's something in there. She opens that bag, sticks her head in.
Oh.
I swear to you, Jesus is my witness, she about vomited.
I bet.
She's like, my. It's like, I tried to tell you. So they wouldn't listen. The reason, you know. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I used to do a lot of that. And some of the places that you, it's disgusting, man.
Mm-hmm.
It is disgusting. I've seen the guy dumping the trash before, like, you know, and they smell it all the time. I know this is a pet show, and let me just say this. Years ago, now this is on the sad side of things, but it has to be taken care of. I read a story about the guys who handle the dead pets that's been hit by cars and everything in the roadways of Atlanta. And there is a crew, that's all they do. That is all they do at that time. I don't know if they still do that or if they shift it, but it was like I forget, it was a small crew, a handful. Because you got a big city, you got to go all over the city. So people would call them up, and they would be dispatched, and they would go to some street where cat, dog, whatever, deer, and so they interviewed them. They asked them about it. Well, don't that bother you? And they said, nah, nah. After you've done it for like 3 days, you can't even smell it. It's like it's you just get immune to it.
Ugh.
They said, but the only bad, I know it's bad. They said, but the only bad thing is when you take a vacation. When you come back, you got 2 or 3 days where you're kind of getting adjusted. But even still, come on, that's got to be just horrible. I don't want to be graphic here, but I mean, they've been hit, they're splattered, it's bad. Can you
Mm.
imagine that being your job? I'm sure they called it something engineer or something like that. But can you imagine your job as a shovel and whatever else to go do that? I mean, it's got to be done. I get it. I
Yeah.
mean, and like, think about it. Sometimes a horse gets out and gets hit, or a cow.
Yeah.
That's going to be a job right there. That's one that's going to have more than just a guy and a shovel. You're
Yeah.
going to have some sort of equipment to come out and pick that thing up. Those things are hundreds of pounds. And I just couldn't imagine doing that as a job. But, sadly, pets do get hit. They get loose, they run out. Some are bad owners who don't have, them put up, and they just run around. I don't know if it's more common in the city or in the country, but a lot of people in the country let their dogs kind of run. They don't. They
Mm.
don't keep them put up. They're on farms and stuff, but you can still have that happen. But I've always worried. I couldn't imagine being the driver of a vehicle. You coming around the corner, Fido runs out in the before you can do anything, and you've hit Fido, and here's this kid screaming. And I would imagine how bad that would be. And even though it's not your fault, they're going to look at you like you killed our dog. I mean, it would be a bad scene. I could not imagine that. Like, I told you about the guy that, the lady that hit my dog and
Yeah.
what my uncle did. I'll never forget that. But it does happen. And, that's, I wouldn't want that job though. It's a necessary thing. Thankful, God bless the people that can handle that kind of thing and go out and scrape up dead animals off of the roadways of the cities and the counties and everything else. I don't want that job.
No.
And I couldn't do and I'll be honest with you, I could not do the euthanasia at an animal shelter either. I couldn't do that.
No. Mm-mm. That's why I
I
can't
just,
really. Luckily, flood felines is like no kill, whatever. But still, if you worked at one that you had to, there's no way. I mean, I'd be having to take everybody home. I'm like, no, you can't kill this baby. Look at how
we're,
sweet that
we're
baby
going to
is.
rescue you. I'm tying you up out back. I'll be back later. We're getting out of here.
I mean, that is awful.
When we went to get this was such a emotional day when we got Coco. First of all, my granddaughter is so excited because she in her mind, we were usually me and my granddaughter we're in sync together. Like our minds are fair, which is crazy. She's 13, I'm 60, but we kind of see things a lot the same way. But that day I was dead wrong. I knew I should have known better, but I let myself because I said we're going to go look. I used the word look. To Katie, that meant we're going to get a dog. For me, it was we're going to evaluate the animals and then we'll come back and talk about it and we'll go back.
No.
No, my granddaughter already had it in her mind. We're coming home with a dog. But we got down there, they were all big dogs. And we went out and looked at them. But she found some small ones. And because I thought at first, oh, well, we will talk about it. So I'm like, well, we can always come back. She's like, no, because they had some they couldn't adopt out yet. But
Yes.
there was like maybe 5 or 6. It was the only small dogs they had, and like 3 or 4 of them out of the 5 or 6 could be adopted. And she said, "Let's go back out there," because I know which one. She asked about the number, and I saw it in Kaylee's eyes. I'm like, "Oh Lord," because that lady said, "Oh, they could be adopted." I'm like, "It's done. I'm toast. It's over." So there was 3 in that pen, and thankfully I got her. She went with one. But the whole thing about it was what I'm saying is we go back in to adopt, fill out the paperwork, all this stuff. At the same time, a lady is coming for them to put her dog down. So you got this 2 worlds going on. And my granddaughter is crying. I mean, she's happy in one way because she's getting the dog, But then she sees how upset this lady is, who has a car full of dogs. She's brought every dog she's got. She left the engine running and all that. She brings out the sickly dog and brings it in, and she's signing it over to them so they can put it down, or whatever they do, I guess. And my granddaughter is like, "They're going to do what?" I'm like, "Oh, this ain't good."
Oh God.
So she was getting hit emotionally from both sides about what was, what was going on with them putting this lady. She felt sorry for her. She really felt sorry for the animal. She's excited she's getting the dog. And then the lady, I've mentioned this before, but the lady said, "What are you going to call the dog?" And so she's already got these emotions that are all over the place. She's just, and I let her handle it. I had to sign as the adult, but I always teach her to learn to do things. I want her to grow up and do things. So she was in charge, and she said, "Coco," and the lady goes, "That dog don't look like no Coco to me." And I whipped around. I looked at that lady, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" She said, "Well, if that's what you want to call the dog, but it don't look like a Coco to me." And I looked at that lady. I said, "Hey, that's the dog's name. It had a name, but Kaylee didn't want that name. She wanted to rename it." And I looked at that lady like, "You need to back off.
Yeah.
First of all, we're down here adopting an animal out of here. Number two is this child is upset. I mean, we got some tough stuff going on here. And number three, who are you to tell her that she can't name her dog what she wants to name it?" She just scowled. I was like, "Lady, maybe you need a new job."
Yeah.
That was not good customer service.
No.
We left. Kaylee was mad. She was mad. How dare that lady tell me I can't call her a Coco? It's a perfect fit for her, honestly. But I could not work in a place like that and do something like that. It would just tear me up. I get it. I understand. Yeah, there's things in life we don't like. That's why people need to spay and neuter their pets and do the right things. There's help out there for you if you can't afford it. There's all kind of
Mhm.
there's free options. You can get it done. You just got to do a little legwork, a little phone calls, and look around the internet. But you can find places that'll do it. I know that because they've got money, government money, even sometimes, so that
Mhm.
they can manage the situation, which is getting worse all the time. I mean, I don't know if the numbers are going up or down, but the numbers are bad for animals that are not
Yes.
the. To me, I think all the shelters are full, and there's animals running loose that are in bad shape that need to be picked up, and it's bad. It's just really really bad, and I
It's
think with the economy the way it is, maybe it's worse. I don't know.
yes, because people not got the money to feed them, whatever. And it just kills me how up north they don't have this problem, and so we're shipping cats up north for them to adopt out. Because about every other month, Floyd Felines drives up to somewhere with a van load of cats, and so they can be adopted because they don't have the problems that we have down here, and it's just
Why do
crazy.
you what is the reason for that? If you know why is it
I don't know.
laws? Is it what is it?
I don't know if it's how the weather is because of them going in heat and it's being warmer down here because just about it we're just about all year long cats having
Yeah,
kittens. And I
yeah.
don't know about if the dogs are like that, but I know cats have just about, they might go maybe 3 months without, but they used to say, I think March through September, October maybe, but it's still, they'll get calls and there's little kittens.
Yeah, and our winters have been milder the last few years. We'd have about 2 weeks of really cold weather. That's about it. The rest
Mm.
of it is pretty mild considering what it is. Just a couple states up. And you're an hour more south than me, so imagine it's a little bit even a little bit warmer there.
Mouth we treat everything like, oops, it made me lose my
I,
what I was reading.
you know, there's certainly some of that, Barry. I mean, people are. I think it was how they were raised somewhat. To them, they just had animals and they run around free.
Mm-hmm.
And there probably was education of it was not where it should be because a lot of people did grow up on farms. Now that's not to say people grow on farms didn't take care of animals, but there was always a dog or cats running around in places like that. And I don't know. I don't know if that plays into it or not. I mean, I think there's some of that, sure. Yeah, I mean, probably, but you just need to educate. I mean, we got some jackboots out here that are mean to animals. I mean,
Yeah.
it's sad to say, but there's some people down here that are full on abusive to animals. Um, there's arrests made all the time for how animals are being treated and stuff. Weird stuff. Now, maybe they're just bad people. It's not just about pets. It's just they're bad, evil people. But you know, then you get the people that we talked about here even last week. They don't. They start out with a good heart, but they can't handle the influx that they get. The rescues start having puppies and kittens, and next thing you know, they've got a situation where they've got dozens of animals, and it just consumes them. They can't take care of them, and they're afraid to say anything, and it just gets worse and worse. And they're old, and it's bad, bad, bad situations. I mean, over 100 animals
Yeah. There
in a
was
house.
one of rabbits just the other day I saw on Facebook where they had to go in and had this rabbits like in pens and stuff where they got out of control.
Wow, they go in. It looks like a. I don't mean this in a bad way, but it looks like a meth location because they're having to put on all the suits and everything. The
Mm-hmm.
stench is bad. There's dead animals, the carcasses. They've urinated and everything, and they're just it's crazy. But it does happen, and I feel for them. And it's not something they can take care of in a day.
No.
This might be a 2 week operation, and they got to get volunteers to come help. So these are not these now. Sometimes they're smaller. It might be 5 animals or something. They've chained them up and locked them. Not they don't have access to food and water and all that. So you do see that as well. But I think I think probably education is getting better here, but it's still just not where it needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
And there just needs to be more. I think information out there of where you can get help if you're having trouble, you're in trouble. And you can release. I mean, you can let people know you're in trouble, and they can try to find places for that will take them. You know, it just happens. I think about somebody that's elderly that has a dog or cats or whatever. They might have just had a health issue, and they're just not physically able to take care of themselves, much less the animals.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, it's time to remove them. As hard as that is, maybe it could be somebody in the family. Maybe it's a temporary. Maybe they can come back or bring them to visit. But or they go in a nursing home or they die. And those animals have got to be cared for and taken. Now sometimes family will do that, sometimes they won't. So anyway. But we do want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving.
Yes. Happy
I know
Thanksgiving.
Miss Jen's really busy, probably cooking and stuff. Or
No, I'm actually not.
you're actually not cooking, okay?
No, we are going to my aunt's in Dahlonega, so there.
Oh, so you're gonna be traveling.
Yes, I'm traveling
How
in.
long a journey is that to Dahlonega? Is it about the same, about an hour?
It's about a couple hours.
Oh, a couple hours. Okay.
Yeah, it's not bad.
So safety in the journey.
So
Are y'all staying all night, or are you coming back that night,
no,
or
just one trip, round trip, there and back. So
there and back? Well, have a safe journey for that, and enjoy all the good food and everything. You gotta try a little bit of everything, I guess they say. And Barry says he's going to Commerce.
all right.
Barry, y'all be safe and enjoy your day, and enjoy family visits or whatever you're doing. And like I was saying, there's a video I'm putting out tonight for wish everybody happy Thanksgiving. And in the video, I said, um, don't have to talk about anything
Thank you,
controversial. Just have
Jagnar.
fun as a
Thank
family.
you.
Hey,
Glad you
Jagnar.
glad you're jumping in.
I mean, when family comes together, you just don't have to talk about certain things. Just
Hmm,
say I love you and I don't want to argue. Let's just have a good day.
that's right.
We don't have to argue over politics or whatever. Just come together and celebrate the festivities of good, great food being in front of you, and be sure to thank the cooks because they've worked hard. They've probably been up late and got up early. So always thank the cook. But I'll say this before we get out. When I was traveling, a lot of times we'd stay in people's homes, and they were always saying, the people don't expect it, but it's always nice to do when you get. Well, yeah, Barry, that's not a conversation starter. That's a fight starter.
Yeah.
But they would always say, be a good guest. Clean up the tub after you've used it. She don't have to come in and clean it, or he or whatever. And leave a little trinket on the bed. Make your bed up. Leave a little trinket on the bed, or whatever they want you to do with the covers and all that. Leave a little token. Leave a note and stuff like that. It's little things like that mean a lot.
Hmm.
So tell that person, thank you. It was delicious. That's some people's way they live life. They just love to help other people, and they're on the edge of their seat, watching you eat, waiting for you to go. Boy, this is great. Dagner, I guess I'm lucky. All my friends and family are conservatives. Yeah, that is a blessing. I don't know though. Some conservatives argue amongst each other. So. But y'all have a great Thanksgiving, and I'll
Yes.
be on in the morning. I'm sure I'll do the morning show. We're gonna be broadcasting, but I don't expect anybody to be out there watch. If you're at home though, or you're traveling, you want to pull it up, do it. Miss Jen, thank you for being here and being the great co-host you are. It's the cat lady,
Thank you.
and I'm sorry that the cat. Which one was it, by the way?
The baby Whiskers.
Whiskers was a bad cat tonight.
Yeah.
Broke something off the top of the cabinet. That's a lot. You could go back and watch. You could hear the crash as
Yeah.
the show started, and Jenna had that look like, "Oh my God, I've got to go." Wow,
It could have been anything except that mug, but oh well.
that's the second thing they're taking out the treasures. I mean, what is it? It's like they've got I don't know. It's like they're looking to, do bad things. I think maybe they're mad that you're on the podcast. That's the second time on the podcast. Now the one time was not, but they did try to take you out that cat trail,
Yeah.
or whatever it was.
Yes.
So yeah,
And
but everybody have a great night and a happy holiday. God
Yes,
bless you. We appreciate you so very much, and we are out.
All right. Bye,
Jen's gotta
y'all.
go clean a mess up.
Yes, I do.
Oh
Later.
my gosh.
Mm.
Bye.
Bye.
From wagging tails to scratching posts, they're the critters that we love most. A hound in a hat or a cat in a bow, they steal the show wherever they go. Southern claws and paws, y'all, fluffing fur at the roll call. A bark, a meow, a squawk, and a cheer. Best friends of the South are all right here. With muddy chins, a parrot talks, a lizard crawls. Life's more fun with southern claws and paws. Big or small, short or tall, we got room for them all. Southern claws and paws, y'all, fluffing fur at the roll call. A bark, a meow, a squawk, and a cheer. Best friends of the South are all right here. Got a rabbit in boots, a turtle in a vest. Down in the South, we dress best, I'm the best. A possum on a leash, a golden shades.